Newcastle, where Dundee United hadn't managed a league victory since 1985, all of 21 matches ago. The commentator on the match between the Premier's third and fourth place teams is Jock Brown.
Hearts manager Jim Jeffries named an unchanged team and shows faith in the men who lost narrowly a week ago to Celtic. So young David Murray wears the number 2 jersey for the 6th consecutive time, even although Neil Poynton is available again. Jim Hamilton is Hearts' most recent signing, costing £200,000 from Dundee last month. The under-21 international has been a conspicuous success, scoring 5 times in his last 4 matches. Eric Pedersen ruled himself out of Dundee United's lineup by being ordered off last week against Dunfermline, and Jim McInally is preferred to Ray McKinnon at the start for the only other change in the side. The man replacing Pedersen is another Scandinavian, 27-year-old Jonas Vermola from Malmö in Sweden. The powerful defender starts a match for United for the first time after 2 appearances as substitute. It's a major opportunity to impress during his short-term contract. The match referee is from Newlands in Glasgow, Mr. Eric Martindale. So United start the match trying to overcome a hoodoo here at Tynecastle, which is extended since 1985. They haven't won a match here at Tynecastle against Hearts in that time. That stretches back 21 matches, a remarkable record. And with United coming off a run of 5 straight wins, they really must feel there scarce to have been a better opportunity to make an impression here. But Hearts too, enjoying overall a very good spell of form. In the last 8 matches, they started with 3 defeats, then had 4 straight victories before losing to Celtic a week ago. Here's Dolan. On the far side, McLaren. Once again providing the width in attack for United. That's a good ball in, there's Winters. Cleared by McPherson. And Gilles Rousset was taken out by the quality of the cross. It's fine play this by McLaren. Rousset couldn't get to that. And it was going wide, but McPherson had to head it over. Discussion there, Gordon Wallace and Tommy McLean, 2 very experienced exponents of the tactical battle. Sutherland retrieving his own initial error. This is Malpass. Good position taken up by McInally. McPherson should win most of these and won that comfortably. Oh, it's fine play by Dolan. Olofsson to McInally. Well, Jim McInally, encouraged by his very rare goal a week ago at East End Park, trying very ambitiously there to double his tally. Good play by Jamie Dolan there, stepping away from Fulton. Olofsson linking well from the front. Composed play by Fulton in midfield. This is Murray. Zetterman got a touch. Careless one out of defence though, picked up by Mackay. This is McCann. Now Robertson. Delicate ball back in. McInally was at full stretch to concede the corner. This is good build-up play from Hearts. Fine, elusive jinking and running there, and then a very intelligent ball played in by John Robertson, which stretched Jim McInally. Work for Dijkstra. Great block on the line by Dijkstra. United were undoubtedly opened up by that splendid corner kick. A life without question for Dundee United. Perry's header, that's McLaren. Perry again, neat play in the build-up. A late challenge by Mackay on Perry. And the offside flag stays down. Chance now for Olofsson. Well, his first touch let him down badly. Hearts were opened up there by Dundee United. Jamie Dolan's surging run forward. The pass into space there for Robbie Winters. He checked the play across. Now this, by any standard, is a marvellous chance, but the touch took him wide and the angle was tight. Presley kept that in play. Zetterlund quickly to the ball. That's for Olofsson, he's onside, a great chance for United! 1-0 to United. The Hearts' defence was caught square. Rousset was left with no chance. And after 14 minutes, Dundee United take the lead. What a great ball it was from Zetterlund over the top. Olofsson's pace carrying him clear. And this time, despite the attempt by Rousset, there was no mistake by the big Swede. Well, he's missed one chance even easier than this in the match so far, but this time Rousset made a valiant effort, he couldn't keep it out. Good marking by McPherson and Perry. Here's Dolan. Away from Perry, and a fine effort again from Olofsson. Gilles Rousset inquires of his defenders, asking where they were. But here's Dolan again, striding forward, showing a very good touch in the ball. It's a fine pass from Mark Perry, and the snapshot from Olofsson was certainly troublesome. Tommy McLean in one corner, Jim Jeffries in the other. Tactical battle going on out there. You're welcome down to players on form like Robbie Winters. Well, his confidence is growing all the time with his sustained run in the team. Very quick at the turn, away from McPherson, then from Ritchie to make the angle for the shot. Hamilton's head flick, Robertson helps it on. There's Robertson! Brilliant goal from Robertson! Oh, that's Robertson at his very best. Such a good strike of the ball in that position. Well, fine play from Hearts, the head flick on from Hamilton, then from Robertson, the layoff back from McCann, and that was superbly finished. Well, what a good goal it is. Hamilton to Robertson, McCann with a layoff. Dykstra perhaps seeing it a shade late, but the power beat him. John Robertson collects goal number 14 of the season. Well, McLaren against Ritchie. Zetterlund sets up Malpass. Doesn't come forward very often, Maurice Malpass, but when he does, it's usually to some effect. Needs some help here from Dolan. That strong midfield player, excellent passing. McLaren's in trouble. That's a sole one, I think. Nothing wrong with the challenge by Ritchie. McLaren got himself at full stretch out of reach of the ball. But he's in some distress here. You see how he's off balance, he's at stretch there. Nothing at all wrong with Ritchie's challenge. And a very awkward one there for McLaren. Well, that doesn't look good at all. I really wonder if he'll be able to stay on the field. Colin McLean looks on anxiously, may well have to change this part of the play here. I don't think this will look any better on this angle. Here was McLaren. You see, he just backed off there, showed too much of that to Ritchie, who won it very cleanly. Then there was that buckling effect on the right leg of McLaren. Well, you can see clearly McLaren is in considerable pain. Well, it's very sporting applause for the United player all around the stadium. The saddest aspects of the game, the stretcher being used like that. So Ray McKinnon comes on. We'll see what that does to the United tactical formation, because he's a very different kind of player to Andy McLaren. McKinnon involved straight away. That's Perry using his strength to go forward. He did well to get the cross in fact, Perry. Jeffries there in the centre, relieved I've no doubt to see his team recover from a slow start. Vermola has just held that up for Hearts to come at United again. Here's John Robertson. Oh, it's a terrific effort by Robertson. Well, the audacity of that attempt by Robertson was remarkable against such a tall goalkeeper. Trying to flick one over him here to the far corner. This is not far away. It's a brilliant bit of attacking play by Robertson. Weir waits for help from midfield from Mackay. Good positive play by Gary Mackay. McCann, I think, wanted to give him the return pass, but stumbled a bit there. Free kick given there. Vermola and Hamilton clashing at the edge of the area. And the big Swede may be in trouble here. I think the referee wants Vermola to come across. And I think it'll be for a yellow card to be shown. Well, the Swedish defender holding off Jim Hamilton as he broke into the box for that, impeding the big striker on the move. So it's a very good chance this for Hearts at the edge of the area. Robertson, Hamilton, Fulton, all carrying menace from here. Dave McPherson trying to ensure the 10-yard rule is obeyed. He should take it beyond the penalty spot. Robertson will not be taking this. Every United player back in the box. Hamilton. Superb save by Dykstra. The tackle came from Perry. Well, Jim Hamilton with his left foot here, showing a lot of power, a swerve of the ball, but Dykstra's positioning was good. Muri returns it. Here's Zetterlund. Plays that over the top for Winters. Winters at pace. Olofsson's in the middle. The cutback is on now. Still in play. Here's McKinnon. Back to Dolan. Paul Ritchie's headed clearance. Well, a very good chance there because Winters at pace here, rushing in from the right. He had Olofsson looking for the cut back and he tried the shot for goal. So the end of a thoroughly entertaining first half in which Dundee United started much more quickly and took the lead in the 15th minute. That was a fine effort from Kjell Olofsson, who might have had a hat-trick in that very good opening burst. But then Hearts came back, a fine equaliser from John Robertson, and the second half is full of promise at half-time. It's Hearts 1, Dundee United 1. Hearts have sent out Neil Poynton for the second half to replace young David Muri, following the reorganisation of the defence in the first half. So the restart of a match which has been as competitive as you would have expected when fourth placed third in the Premier Division. Neil Poynton making an early impression there on Mark Perry in his familiar position, wide in the left-hand side of defence, pushing forward into an attacking position. Olofsson did well to prevent the run made by Mackay. Here's Olofsson again. He has Winters going through the centre. Dolan's in the middle. Here's Winters again. He still has support in the middle. It's a very good tackle made by Poynton. An important moment for Hearts defensively. Here's Lars Zetterlund. Oh, he almost caught out Rousset. The keeper appeared to be off balance there. Well, this would have been a very soft goal had it managed to escape the clutches of the big keeper. It was well enough struck by Zetterlund from a long way out. You see him move late, bending in the air. That's Robertson. Foul pass in the way. Ralph Bass complaining he was caught late by McCann there, taking some time to get back on his feet. Malpass. That's McCann. Wide for Poynton. Good early ball in. Dykstra stays on his line. There's Robertson. Now McCann, he must score! Terrific save by Dykstra. Well, an inspirational save by the keeper. But United were badly exposed here. Poynton's early ball did all the damage. Appeals for a foul by Malpass there. Robertson normally deadly in that position. It fell kindly by McCann, who tried the chip. Poynton in strongly on McKinnon. Ball by McKinnon. I can't think why he's arguing. It was a clear handball. Perhaps lucky that he wasn't booked for that too. Robertson. Well, he made an excellent turn again, John Robertson. His hallmark really, the way he turns so quickly and fires shots for goal. Dijkstra's angling was right, and he made a very good save. Weir's header falls into the path of Dolan. Perry made a good angle to receive the pass. This is Zetterlund. Good movement from Winters. Where was the supporting play? That's been the problem for United. Since ever Andy McLaren went off, they've been light in attack every time they've gone forward. Here's Malpass again. Offside this time against Olofsson. You see the space Winters had breaking into that. Now he needed support in the middle, released the pass early, and there was no problem for the Hearts defence. There's Poynton. Good position taken up by Hamilton. Robertson helps that on. Oh, a snap chance, a difficult one on the angle for Colin Cameron. Another promising build-up from Hearts. Flick on made all the difference there and gave Cameron a difficult chance first time in the volley. Mackay. Break goes kindly for him. Stolen away by McCann. Here's Poynton. Dijkstra to the rescue again. Frustration for Poynton. Oh, this is good attacking play by Gary Mackay. Then McCann took over, picked out Poynton in space, and this was very well struck on the volley. What a good save. Mackay into the midfield with plenty of space for Fulton. Poynton again has made a big impression for Hearts in the second half. Back after suspension. Fulton's layoff, Cameron on the run. He ran straight into Malpass, it's back with McPherson. Well, Dijkstra didn't move for that, he would have been beaten. Right past the angle of the crossbar and post. You know, you're finding it so difficult to get the ball away to safety. Looked a bit deflection there, in fact, could have been a corner. Olofsson. Strong in possession, that's for Winters. Good covering play by Weir. Outstanding defending again by David Weir. Well, a chance was on there as Winters broke through inside right channel with such electric pace. Weir had to time this perfectly, and he did. Presley up well against Hamilton. Appeals for a penalty, but that would have been soft. The player backing in. Weir again. In the right place for Hearts. Well, the pressure now relentless on this United defence. Hearts supporters still incensed about not getting a penalty when Presley battled with Hamilton in the box. Quarter of an hour remaining. Still one apiece. But Hearts on the ascendancy. Cleared by Zetterlund, but there's no one there to do any damage for United. Hearts can build again. Here's Fulton. Good ball in. David Weir can't believe that. Made excellent contact with the cross ball, and Dijkstra made that look so simple. Good ball in by Fulton. Look at the way Weir attacks this. Powerful header. The keeper plucks it out the air. Pass going across as McCann takes a tumble. Well, a little bit hopeful, I think. McCann has a little glance towards the referee, but more in hope than expectation, I think. Malpass getting there ahead of him. Turn that back. This is Winters. What a goal for United! Right out of the blue! Quite incredible! It's Ray McKinnon! They've been under the cosh for the forward, and the tireless figure of Robbie Winters gives chase. Now just look at the pace of the turn here, sprinting for this, laying it back. McKinnon racing onto the ball with the help of the deflection. He puts United ahead. Well, Ray McKinnon only seems to score spectacular goals. That's his third this season. And United dramatically are in front. And really, that is daylight robbery on the second half display. Could it be 6 in a row for Dundee United? Hamilton looking for Robertson. Perry wants that to go. He's done it again. That's just incredible play by Dundee United. I think the fourth time in the match a defender has tried to escort the ball over the byline and failed. Perry that time. We're into the final minute of the match. Gilles Rousset has charged upfield to join the attack. Gilles Rousset is in the box for Hearts. And he's impeded Steve Dykstra. Well, now the referee's pulled that back. Now, Gilles Rousset cut upfield. I think he was harsh there on Dundee United. Well, Gilles Rousset had a chance to get back. That's why I'm sure he fouled Dykstra, to give himself that opportunity. But had the referee allowed the play to go, Winters had possession and there was no goalkeeper. Another change will be made by Dundee United. Robbie Winters is being withdrawn. Well, he's done so well in the match, working in scraps in the second half, but one of these scraps produced what might be the winning goal. Gary McSwiggan is the replacement. Nearly 3 minutes of stoppage time has been added here. And United not sending players into the box for this. Olofsson more or less on his own. Tommy McLean looking towards the referee, and the final whistle goes. Dundee United have won the match. They've been under the cosh for the entire second half, but then Ray McKinnon, 7 minutes from time, popped up to take advantage of excellent work by Robbie Winters to rifle home the winner, and it's 3 points earned for Dundee United, their 6th victory in a row, but surely they're most fortunate. For Hearts, sheer misfortune after so many chances in the second half, but they paid the penalty in the end for some slack defending. McKinnon with a winning goal. It's Hearts 1, Dundee United 2.
Jim, is there a sense of disbelief about that outcome today?
Yes, I think so. You know, to be fair, Dundee United started the game on fire really, first 15 minutes, and we took a wee while to get to grips. They were worthy of going 1-0 up, but once Hearts equalised, they just took over the whole match, and I thought we were a stronger team to finish in the first half, but the second half we just totally dominated it. Players worked hard, tried out things. Okay, maybe a wee bit the final ball, but we missed chances and we paid the penalty. You know, in fact, we felt that Dundee United stole the points.
I was delighted with the players. You know, people will go about and talk about the pressure in the later stages of the game and forget about the early stages of the game. You know, first half, especially the first 30 minutes, I honestly felt we could have been at least 3 up in terms of how we played. The injury to McLean disrupted our fluency a bit. But it was a gritty, dogged performance, and as I say, even in the second half with breakaways, Robbie had an opportunity and it was a great goal for Raymond, but I was delighted with them.
We play more like continental football. We don't pump the ball much forward, and you know, I like that about Dundee United.
6 wins in a row, but how did you feel about today's performance?
Oh, it was a great determination performance by the whole team. You know, everybody grafted really hard. I thought, you know, in the second half, Hearts deserved a lot more. You know, I feel a little bit sorry for the Hearts players, but you know, that's football. You know, you can play really well and come out with nothing.
Was it something of a shock to you to find Gilles Rousset in your path in the second half?
Yeah, I didn't know what I was seeing. You know, when the cross came in, you know, I caught the ball and then big Gilles jumped in my bag. But you know, unfortunately, the referee gave a free kick, you know, for me, and you know, I threw the ball away to Robbie to go on goal. But you know, that's one of these things.
You're known actually for coming for all the cross balls in the penalty box. Will that continue to be your policy?
Well, you know, I try to come as much as possible for crosses, but you know, I've learned after last week that you know, in some situation some situations it is better for me to stay on my line, you know, rather than come, you know, for everything.
So United collect their first win in that particular ground for 12 years, just as Wales did a mile along the road at Murrayfield. Tommy McLean's side now 6 points clear of Hearts in third place in the table. Well, John, understandably the two managers saw it rather differently. Was it daylight robbery or were United worth their win?
No, I thought United played very well, but I would have to agree with our manager that we did enough to deserve at least a share of the points. But United played the game the way they wanted to play it. Tommy came in and employed his usual tactics and hit us in the break in the second half. Although in the first half they did dominate until Andy McLean went off.
Now, I know you'd still rather be playing than sitting in the stand watching it, but if you have to watch it, it was a good game to watch, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great game. It was very enjoyable. The conditions were perfect. There's great atmosphere in the ground, and there was a lot of good football played by both sides. I think both sides have got a base to go on in the next couple of seasons and build on the success or the limited success they're having just now, because we need some more teams to come and challenge Rangers and Celtic. And I think with another £5 or £6 million, these two teams might be the two teams to do it.
Well, that's the problem, of course, isn't it? But I think on current form, they're certainly the third and fourth best teams in the country, whichever way around you want to see it. But they're the next two, I think, after Rangers and Celtic.
Yeah, I think they're playing the best football, and United are just having a little bit more success because going away from home, as they did last week and today, and they'll be sucking teams in and then get them in the break with the pace of Winters and McLaren, which is a little bit frightening if you're defenders at times.
That's right. Let's take a look at the goals then, and the first of them, Kjell Olofsson, who actually had missed a much easier chance just a couple of minutes before, hadn't he?
Yeah, he had. He'd missed a much easier chance, but it's a lovely ball through, and he takes one touch and finishes it. It's close to Gilles' body. He didn't have much chance with it, but he's playing with a lot of confidence, and now I think he's scored 9 goals this season already, and I think he knows that if he misses one chance, there's a chance, well, another chance will just pop up.
The new boys, the Scandinavians in particular, doing well for United, but it was Robbo that did the business for Hearts today, as he has done so often before, and he took this one well.
Yeah, he's done it, I think it's 204 times before this, and it looks like a big punt up the park, but it's actually a tactic worked in training, 2 or 3 touches, and then just John pulls a quick trigger, and I think the goalkeeper's a little bit unsighted there, and that's why he couldn't get down it. But John's been a great servant to Hearts, and he's going through another great spell just at the minute, and I'm delighted for him.
Yeah, that's a good expression, that pulls a quick trigger, because he could have taken another touch there and tried to take it wide of the defender.
Yeah, he could have tried to beat the defender, but John scores so many goals because he hits the target with a big percentage of his shots, and he's a good striker of the ball, and it's lovely to see.
And you described the third goal, what proved to be the winning goal, as one of the best of the season so far, Ray McKinnon's. Yeah,
well, we've seen Ray McKinnon score on 3 occasions this year, and they've all been like this. Great work by Robbie Winters, who had a good game today, and but that's Beckham-esque. If that was in England, they'd be showing it as a goal of the season again. But Ray McKinnon, it's nice to see him hitting a bit of form. He could have been happy to sit in midfield, but he was delighted to get on the end of it.
And the kind of shot that a goalkeeper just doesn't have an earthly with, really.
Well, it took a little touch off somebody on the way in, but it didn't really matter. Gilles was kidding himself on even making a move for it.
Who was your man of the match today?
I thought Jamie Dolan was, in the first half especially, controlled the game, and maybe had a little bit extra incentive because we were the other team that was after him when he went to United. This being his second game, but he controlled the play in the first half, and people, well, Tommy said that people see him just as a hard man, but there's a lot more to his game than that. His delivery of passes today was excellent. He won the ball and used it very well, setting up chance after chance. This is one of the best passes that I've seen this season, and he rolls it through for the pace of Andy McLaren, who is actually lightning, and he put in a great ball there.
Having mentioned Andy McLaren there, I think, as was pointed out in the interview, when he went off, United certainly lost something, because his pace will frighten any defence, won't it? Yeah,
they lost the rhythm, and we had the chance to reorganise a little bit, and Ray McKinnon's a different type of player altogether, but perhaps it would have been better if he'd stayed off and Andy had stayed on.
Absolutely. Now, David Weir is settled in awfully nicely to this Hearts side now, and he's looking a real class act at the back, isn't he?
Yeah, he looks a real bargain, picking him up from Falkirk, and his reading of the game and his anticipation is first class. He's been a late developer because he went to college in America, and he's only started playing football a relatively short time away. But I know it's a cliche and everybody tries to tell Craig Brown how to do his job, but I think David's worth a look, and beside that, he's a lovely, assuming big lad. Unassuming.
Unassuming, yeah. And nearly scored there at the end as well.
Yeah, he picks up a fair amount of goals. He comes forward a lot, and he's very, very positive.
Yeah. Now, Steve Dykstra, we saw last week, pulling off 2 or 3 great saves and then committing 2 or 3 howlers as well. But he cut out the howlers today, didn't he?
Yeah, he had an excellent game today. This was a great save because I think he was put off a little bit by John Robertson. But he looked steady all day. He didn't look as though he was going to come out and flap at anything. He dealt with the cross balls that he had to very competently. And I think the only thing that he's really got to work on now is trying to get rid of that moustache. Although I must confess that I had one a few years ago, so maybe it's just a phase he's going through.
Yeah, funny enough, I seem to remember my having a moustache as well, but we'll not get back into that again. David, you've obviously only just seen the highlights tonight. You were at Celtic Park today, but what were your thoughts on Dundee United Hearts?
Well, having spoken at Dave Bowman's testimonial dinner last season, I was delighted to see them showing a bit of form, but I think it proves what, alas, as a Chelsea supporter, I so often see down in England, that there are no points for pressure. You know, Hearts, I mean, will feel robbed by that, but in the end, football is about taking your chances, and they took their chances. Yeah.
And John said that had Ray McKinnon's goal been in the Premiership, perhaps we'd all be raving about it. Beckham-esque, he called it. It was a terrific goal.
Yeah, because, I mean, no goalkeeper on earth was going to stop it, and those are the goals that you pay to see.
All right, we'll hear from you again in a second, David, but let's now check out on the rest of today's football headlines, and indeed how the league tables look tonight. Well, Rangers maintained their 9-point lead over Celtic with a 3-1 win at Motherwell, which wasn't just as comfortable as the score might suggest. The game may well have turned on that 60-second spell in the second half, which saw a Motherwell goal controversially disallowed and Rangers go 2-0 up immediately afterwards. Celtic, meanwhile, beat Hibs 4-1 with Van Hooijdonk contributing 2 and Cadet, who is now Scotland's top scorer, taking his total to 9 goals in Celtic's last 5 games. Aberdeen have now gone 8 matches without a win after being held to a 2-2 draw at Raith, while 2 Paul Wright goals against Dunfermline took Kilmarnock up to 7th place, their highest position since early September.